I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with...
There are certain moments in a concert that don't feel real. Moments where the music is still playing, the lights are still flashing, thousands of people are still screaming, yet somehow the entire stadium suddenly falls silent at the exact same time. The air becomes heavier, time slows down, and 50,000 people hold their breath because one person on that stage just did something so beautiful, so precise, so unreal that your brain can't decide whether you actually saw it or imagined it. That moment happened in Mexico City, and the person who made an entire stadium freeze that night was Entity, People, Park Jimin, BTS member Park Jimin key the center of the world for BTS fans. After nearly 11 years, BTS had finally returned to Mexico for a full group concert, and the city exploded with emotion before the first song even began. The streets around Stadium GNP Seguros turned purple for days. Fans camped outside the venue morning and night. Army from all over the world flooded the city carrying banners, light sticks, and memories they had been holding on to for more than a decade. But no one was prepared for what Jimin was about to do on that stage. In the middle of the concert, surrounded by deafening screams and thunderous bass shaking the stadium walls, Jimin suddenly stepped backward and performed a moonwalk. Not a playful reference, not a casual tribute, not an imitation. A real moonwalk, clean, controlled, effortless. The kind of movement that makes thousands of people scream before their minds can even process what they just witnessed, because everyone understands what the moonwalk means. It is not just a dance move, it is history. When Entity musical artist Michael Jackson ed at him like he had broken the laws of physics, the moonwalk became one of the most iconic moments in pop culture history. Not because it was the hardest move ever created, but because it looked impossible while appearing completely effortless. For decades, that movement belonged to Michael Jackson alone. Many artists referenced it, many paid tribute to it, but very few performers could touch it without looking like they were simply copying a legend. That is why Mexico City exploded the second Jimin did it. Because Jimin wasn't copying, he understood it. BTS has never hidden how deeply Michael Jackson influenced them, but Jimin has always carried a different kind of relationship with performance itself. The way he moves feels intentional down to the smallest detail, as if every movement has a purpose beyond choreography. Watching Jimin dance feels less like watching someone perform and more like watching someone speak through movement. Every gesture means something. Every pause carries emotion. Every step feels alive. His background in contemporary dance gives his performances a level of fluidity that is almost impossible to teach. His body moves softly yet with incredible control. Elegant yet powerful. Delicate yet intense. So when Jimin stepped into that moonwalk in Mexico City, it felt bigger than fan service. It felt like a statement, a message, a reminder that the legacy of performance passed down from Michael Jackson still lives on in a new generation. And before the crowd even had time to recover from that moment, Jimin shattered the stadium all over again. He brought back the legendary side flip from Are Bulletproof Pt.2. Longtime Army immediately understood the weight of what they were seeing. That side flip is one of the most dangerous choreography moves in BTS history. Jimin launches himself into a full sideways rotation while Entity, People, J-Hope E. The timing has to be absolutely perfect. One mistake could seriously injure both of them. After BTS's military hiatus, many fans quietly assumed they might never see that move again. Jimin brought it back, perfectly, and somehow the official stadium cameras completely missed the moment. The videos that spread around the world came from fan cams recorded deep in the crowd. Within hours, those clips exploded across Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and fan communities everywhere. One sentence kept appearing over and over again: "He still has it." But honestly, it was never just about athletic ability. It was about a performer choosing to revive a piece of BTS history for fans who truly understood what it meant. And just when everyone thought the night couldn't become more emotional, Jimin did something small, something quiet, something that somehow meant even more than the moonwalk or the side flip. During the concert, he noticed a young girl in the front row crying. There were no giant cameras focused on him. No dramatic music, no attempt to turn it into a viral moment. Jimin simply removed the cowboy hat he had been wearing during the performance, handed it to the little girl, and softly told her not to cry. That was it. And strangely enough, that tiny moment may have become the most unforgettable part of the entire night. Because underneath the global fame, the sold-out stadiums, the impossible choreography, and the superstar status, Jimin still performs like every single moment matters to him. He still dances like it could be his last performance. He still notices individual faces in a crowd of tens of thousands. He still gives every ounce of himself on stage. And that is what made Mexico City 2026 feel different. It was not just a BTS concert. It was the night 50,000 people realized they were witnessing someone who does not perform simply to be seen, but to make people feel something. And that night, all of Mexico City felt it.